Hello ladies and gentlemen, on the Reign of Horror. And due to the video I'm uploading right now is gonna be a bit weird. You see, just a few minutes ago I uploaded the video that featured me talking about some various things that irritates me about WWE. Normally that wouldn't be an issue. However, for this, I decided to include a clip from a promo between the Over the Limit WWE Championship promo between John Cena and Batista. This clip lasted for 20 seconds, which encountered a copyright claim from WWE. It wasn't anything serious, it just meant that I had ads on my video. And after some consideration, I felt that it was wrong of me to have it up there, because why should I give support to allow a video to be monetized, to give support to a product I don't to a product that I really despise at the moment. The entire video was 50 minutes of me talking shit about WWE's product. And also promoting NXT. The rest of the video right now is gonna be me talking about it like the clip is there. If you want to know anything about it, just search up, if you want to see the clip, just watch the first few seconds of the Batista versus John Cena promo. You can find it on YouTube. It's on WWE's channel and otherwise. So without further ado, here's the rest of the video. This time without the copyright claim. And fuck you, WWE. Well, apparently WWE has forgotten that damn rule. Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Reign of Horror, and yeah. Remember when I said I wasn't going to talk about wrestling for a while? That good that did, because I'm going to talk about it again. Because I'm on the verge of saying that WrestleMania was just a, let's say you're walking through the most horrible, most disgusting, terrible desert. No, the most I'll rephrase that. Let's say that you're walking through the hottest desert of them all. You're almost dying of heat stroke. Then, right in the middle of it, you find a water bottle. You pick it up, you drink it, and you feel a little better. And there's no water left for miles. And miles and miles and miles. And eventually you dry up and die. That's WWE to me right now. It's like WrestleMania was a nice thing. It was a nice thing. Then even parts of it were good, and the rest of it just keeps falling down and down and down, and it feels so terrible. The product is a piece of shit. I can't fucking believe this. Just how much do I have to stand? Well, this is basically a video where I talk about my various rants for WWE, because I cancelled my subscription to WWE Network a few weeks ago. However, my subscription doesn't run out until May the 9th, so I still used it. So I had an opportunity to watch Extreme Rules and a few specials there and there. I also follow NXT now and then. Sorry, I just thought someone was coming down. Either way, but I've also been following some news on the product. I watched a little bit on it on their website, and this show, it's going downhill fast. Let's start talking about it, shall we? I think the best point is to start with Extreme Rules. I'm going to give a quick little review of it. It starts with Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper. As you might know, I don't like Dean Ambrose, but I do like Luke Harper a lot. However, this match started off nice, it was okay, nothing spectacular. Then they move to the back, and then they drive off in a car. In the middle of the match, they just drive off in a car, and they start going through the other matches until they come back. And even then the finish isn't all that good. Decent match, but they could have done without the car thing. But at least Dean Ambrose won on pay-per-view for a change. He's never done that in a singles competition. Then we had the Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler in the Kiss Me Arse match. That's actually what they called it. Why? Don't know. But yeah. For those of you who don't know, Sheamus is back. And he is back as a heel. He's been beating up on younger guys, going against underdogs basically. And he has one of the dumbest mohawks I've ever seen, and one of the most generic theme songs I've ever heard. I mean, I still like Sheamus, but I wish this was a shave your head match, honestly. Because then we would have seen Sheamus shave away that stupid mohawk. Because yeah, Sheamus loses. Your newest heel, who is starting a big beatdown on everyone, loses his first match on pay-per-view. Why? No reason. They're not establishing anything good with him. They're just giving the victory to Dolph Ziggler, and then he just shits all over the stipulation by kicking him in the face and shoving his face off to his, you know. After that, they have the attack. There was originally going to be an Intercontinental Championship match, but Daniel Bryan is injured. Big surprise. And they instead put the tag team title match on the card, because that was originally going to be the pre-show. And lo and behold, it turns out to be the best match of the night. Really good action. But then again, it's a match with Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. All of them really good wrestlers. I admit I'm not a huge fan of Cesaro in terms of mic skills and all that. At first I didn't like him as a wrestler either, but I've conceded that he is a good wrestler in the later matches he had, especially the ones with John Cena and Sami Zayn. What was that? Oh, and but he put on a good performance here. Everyone put on a great performance, and New Day won the tag team championships. Odd decision, but alright. We have new tag team champions, I guess. I guess that means a rematch at the next pay-per-view. I don't know, because I'm not going to be watching it, because my subscription runs out before then. And even then, the funny thing is that in my country, which is Norway, our national day is May the 17th. the same day that that pay-per-view is running. But again, my subscription runs out May the 9th, so I'm not going to be... the 9th of May, sorry. WWE is kind of influenced me that. On the 9th of... But, where was I? Yeah, good match. Then Harper and Ambrose come back, finish their match. Then we have the women's match, which was terrible. That's the best way I can put it. It was terrible. I can say this about Naomi. I've heard good things about her, but I am not seeing it. She has some good moves here and there, but nothing that impresses me. Her theme song is terrible. Nikki Bella still can't wrestle for shit. And this match sucked. Had it been Paige versus Nikki, maybe it could have been good. And by the way, hindsight's a bitch, isn't it? You know, in my WrestleMania thoughts, I said that the next match should be AJ versus Nikki for the championship. But lo and behold, AJ decided to retire after just a week after WrestleMania. Most likely it has something to do with her husband, but who cares? Okay, moving on. Yeah, that match was a piece of shit. Hoping Paige gets a title shot next. Then we have the John Cena versus Rusev match. Boring, predictable, not interesting match, just like WrestleMania. It was nothing special. John Cena wins. Alright. We're done. Right? Nope. Turns out John Cena and Alexander Rusev is going to have another match. You want to know what kind of match? An I Quit match. AKA John Cena wins every time match. This is essentially a match designed to kill Alexander Rusev's career completely. If he loses 3 pay-per-views in a row, his career is pretty much dead. I said it was dead at WrestleMania. I said it was really dead after Extreme Rules, but after Payback, you can just fire him right there. He's not gonna matter. He's just gonna be a jobber for the rest of his life. And I know a lot of people have been saying, well, he can threaten Lana or something to make him quit. Trust me, he's not gonna do that. Trust me. If it was Sami Zayn, maybe he would have done that. But John Cena's not that kind of guy. Yeah, he's supposed to be the big baby face, but have you seen the story? Like, at WrestleMania, Rusev hits Lana, John Cena just capitalized to win the match, and he doesn't even care. He just celebrates his title victory, doesn't care about the fact that Lana is knocked down. He doesn't care about the fact that Rusev sent Lana to the back while she was addressing the crowd. He just wrestled his match and didn't care. So he just tries to win. Not worth my time. And if they do that, it's still not a decisive victory for Rusev. He still hasn't been able to beat Cena. His victory will be shackled and beaten down. It's terrible. Fuck this. Next, let's address let's address the opening crawl, the opening clip I had. The last man standing match. Big Show versus Roman Reigns. Walking into this match, I thought this match was going to be bowling shoe ugly. First of all, this match has happened so many damn times that it's not even funny. It's not even bad. It is horrible. Why should I care? Why should I care about this match? Roman Reigns has already beaten Big Show. Why should I care if he beat him again? It's not going to help. He needs to fight someone else to reach the top. He doesn't need to fight the Big Show again. Up next, and yeah, nobody wanted to see this match, but it happened. Big Show versus Roman Reigns in a last man standing match. I've heard a lot of people say that this was an absolutely fantastic match. A lot of people say that was the best match of the night. It wasn't. It wasn't bad. I'll grant you that. Well, I'll say that. It wasn't bad until the ending. There were some good spots here and there, but it took way too long. And then the finish. That motherfucking finish. Sorry, something got caught in my nose. Like Batista said at the beginning of this video, a last man standing match is when you beat your opponent so brutally, so decisively, that he's unable to stand before the count of 10. WWE has not been able to do a last man standing match this way for a long time. Not even gonna comment that. Do you want to know where that clip came from? That clip comes from the John Cena versus Batista promo or video package for their match, for their I Quit match at Extreme Rule at Over the Limit. It was a reference to the fact that that Batista and John Cena had a last man standing match at Extreme Rules for the WWE Championship. Batista beaten the holy hell out of Cena, and Cena done the same to him. It was a really good match, and then John Cena, the face in this match, the babyface in this match, pulls Batista from Batista's lying in the ring. He takes his legs, pulls him pulls his leg to the ring post, and uses duct tape to tape them together so that he can't stand up. Which means John Cena wins because he can't stand up because he used duct tape. Not because John Cena beat him down so decisively that he couldn't get up. He basically cheated to hold him down. Since then, it has basically become a rule that in a last man standing match, that's how you beat someone. And it's become a theme that you're doing it to the Big Show. Case in point, at one point Alberto Del Rio was a babyface going against the heel Big Show, who at the time was the World Heavyweight Champion. They had a match on SmackDown. A last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Alberto Del Rio won that match by putting the announce table over the Big Show so that he couldn't stand up for the count of 10, winning the World Heavyweight Championship. This resulted in a rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship. Another last man standing match, which Del Rio won when his ring announcer Ricardo taped the Big Show's leg to the bottom rope while he was in the cross arm breaker. Big Show couldn't stand up, and he won the match. So not only did he use duct tape and the announce table, but he also had interference. Babyface, ladies and gentlemen. And it doesn't stop there. John Cena did it again. He had a match with Bray Wyatt at Over the Limit, where he buried him under a lot of crates so that he couldn't get up, meaning that John Cena won by keeping him under some crates. And then we have this fucking match. We've seen a lot of moments where the match could have ended. When Big Show tried to do the spear on Roman Reigns and he went through a table when he missed. Could have been counted out for that, but no. We could have seen the ending when Big Show chokeslammed Roman Reigns through 2 tables on the outside. Nope, he got up. We could have seen the ending when Roman Reigns speared the Big Show off the announce table through the off the main announce table through the Spanish announce table. Big Show was down. The ref was counting. Big Show got up. What did Roman Reigns do? He picked up the main announce table and put it over the Big Show. And that was enough to hold him down. Because he couldn't get up because he had a heavy fucking announce table on his fucking body. Because no fucking face in the company can win a fucking last man standing match by putting a decisive beatdown on your opponent to win the match decisively. Okay. Getting so fucking pissed. You know, I remember distinctly that when I watched the match, after Big Show got up and Roman Reigns went for that announce table, picked it up, I screamed at my scream, "You son of a bitch!" I remember screaming at the top of my lungs. I couldn't fucking believe it. I didn't want this match to happen. But if it was going to happen, there was one major thing I did want. If WWE is so high on Roman Reigns that they really want him to go to look so strong, they should have had him beat the Big Show clean. A decisive victory, either by spear or by anything, having him knock the Big Show down so that he couldn't get up to the count of 10, not burying him, not taping him down, no, knock him down. Like Batista said, beat him so brutally, so decisively that he's unable to get up at the count of 10. But the exact thing I wanted was the exact thing that didn't happen. Every last bit of that match went down the fucking toilet as soon as Roman Reigns picked up the announce table. When Roman Reigns picked up that announce table, I could not forgive that match. I can't stand for that match. That match is officially, to me, a piece of shit. I don't care how many people consider that a great match. I thought it was a piece of shit. Just like everyone thinks that Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker was a great match, I felt that match sucked. But this match was far worse. All because of, one, it went on too long. Two, it has happened so many. We have seen Big Show versus Roman Reigns so many damn times that we don't need to see it again. And three, that fucking piece of shit finish. really, that finish was so anger-inducing to me that I almost turned off the TV right there. But I thought to myself, this show can be saved. We have a steel cage match next. We have Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. This can't suck. This just can't suck. This has to be good. We get the match, and it's really good. It starts off really good. They put on great performances back and forth. There's a lot of good spots, but we still get interference. There goes my hope for Seth Rollins to get a decisive victory. But I thought, okay, maybe we can keep Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury outside of the ring for a little while. Maybe Kane can hold them off for a little bit. But no, there's a lot of interference. They get in the ring. Kane gets in the ring. He chokeslams both of them. And then Randy kicks up. Randy kicks out when he puts Rollins' body over him. Then Randy hits the RKO, which was banned in this match. He hits the RKO on Kane. And then Rollins hits the RKO on Orton. And I thought, wait, does that mean he lost? And then he crawls out of the cage and wins. Apparently, and even Jerry Lawler was questioning this. He also said, he said the RKO was banned. Never said anything about that. It was only Orton's RKO that was banned. So, what happened? Don't know. I didn't really watch Raw after that, because I just didn't care. The match was good, not as good as WrestleMania, and the tag team match was the best match of the night. Sorry. But it was a good match, and I thought, okay, this was a shoddy finish. It was a shady finish. It's time that we put an end to the rivalry. We have Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins one final time at Payback for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe pick a stipulation that makes sure that none of the Authority members can be there. Not Kane, not J&J Security, not Triple H, not The Big Show, none of those. Nope. Wanna know what they did instead? They decided that they're gonna have a triple threat match. We're gonna have Seth Rollins, of course, he's the champion, versus Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. Again. Again. I can't fucking believe this. How long? How long is it gonna take for WWE to realize that you need to put Roman Reigns at the back of the line? You need to give him development. That's what we want. We don't want Roman Reigns to just put on a mediocre match with a shitty finish, and then all of a sudden you say, "Oh, you're totally forgiven, and we're gonna put him in the main event now." 1 month, one match with the Big Show is not enough. You need at least a year. You know, maybe you could have him win it maybe you can put him back in the title picture by the end of the year. You know, around Survivor Series or TLC. I don't know, just something to keep him out of the title picture and have him develop as a talent. Have him develop as a wrestler. Have him develop as a talker. Make sure that he's ready for the World Championship that time, that place. But nope. They're doing it again. No, I'm pretty sure he's not going to win the title. And if it does, it's stupid. It is fucking ridiculous. They need to keep that title on Rollins up until SummerSlam, because I think that's when Brock is coming back. When Brock comes back, you need to have this match. A one-on-one match. Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the championship. You can't do anything else. It has to be that match. I won't allow anything else to be the main event for SummerSlam. Then again, if that's the main event, I might consider resubscribing to the WWE Network just for that. That's not what's gonna happen, is it? You're gonna try to make Roman Reigns look so good that you're gonna give him the title before SummerSlam, and we're gonna get a Reigns Lesnar 2, right? Just like he did Rock Cena 2. Fuck this shit. Fuck this fucking shit. Is there anything else I can talk about? This essentially became a rant on Extreme Rules. But I do have some other gripes with WWE. Particularly their handling of current excuse me for a moment. Sorry about that. My washroom fan was bothering me, so I just turned it off. Either way, but yeah, one thing that's bothering me is their current handling of the current of a certain NXT superstar that just came up to the WWE. Adrian Neville, or as he's called right now, Neville. Yeah, he got the first name Shaft. Vince really seems to hate names that hate wrestling names that starts with an A. I mean, think about it. Antonio Cesaro, he became just Cesaro. Alexander Rusev, he is now just called Rusev. Adrian Neville, he's just now called Neville. Why? Apparently Vince just likes first names. He likes one name only. Same thing happened to Big E. He was at first called Big E Langston, but now he's just Big E. I don't see the problem with having these kinds of names, but alright. It's stupid, but alright. I'm still gonna keep calling him Adrian Neville, just like I called Cesaro Antonio Cesaro and Rusev Alexander Rusev. I'm just gonna keep calling them by their full name because that's what they started with. But I just remembered something that really pissed me off in recent weeks. And it involves the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. I'm pretty sure you wrestling fans know what I'm talking about. Apparently, WWE has banned the curb stomp, Seth Rollins' finishing maneuver. Why? At first, it was believed it was because of concussion prone, despite the fact that nobody has gotten any concussions or had traumas from that move, and he's been using it for about 2 years now, maybe more, considering he probably used it in NXT as well. But alright, that could be reasonable, even though I don't agree with it. But apparently that's not really the case. Again, the problem comes from Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon himself. He banned the move because apparently he didn't like the setup. Essentially, what he didn't like was the fact that the people were standing still and just allowing themselves to be hit with just standing there with their head down, waiting for him to just hit the move. Forgetting the fact that a lot of moves do that. Like the punt, even the RKO, the stunner. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I just was thinking a little bit about what moves I remember specifically did that. But yeah, which makes me worried also that they're gonna ban the Helluva Kick when Sami Zayn comes up to the main roster, because his finish involves that you're standing still in the corner while he runs up and kicks you in the face. I had no problem with the curb stomp. I don't think anyone had a problem with the curb stomp, but apparently Vince does. And when Vince says fuck you, change that, you're changing it because he's the boss and he is an idiot. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't like Vince McMahon. I think he is completely out of touch with how the wrestling business works. In fact, he doesn't even like the wrestling business. I question, why the hell is he in charge anymore? He may have been a genius in the past, but he sure isn't one now. But yeah, that's essentially the gist of it. I was originally gonna think this was more of a various rants on WWE, but I think this was just a way for me to just express how pissed off I am about certain things about the Extreme Rules, especially that damn finish. Especially that damn finish of the Last Man Standing match. And the fact that Roman Reigns is now the #1 contender alongside Randy Orton just makes it even worse. Like, he didn't beat Big Show clean, and yet he's getting a title opportunity. Doesn't make sense to me. Well, at the very least, I've been able to enjoy NXT while things have been going on. There's some good things down at NXT. Enzo and Cass are doing really well for themselves, as they just beat the tag team champions. So naturally, they should be given an NXT tag team championship match at the next special event. on May the 20th, which means I can't watch that. What was next? There's a triple threat #1 contender match between Finn Balor, Tyler Breeze, and Hideo Itami. That should be really good. As for who I'm hoping, I actually want to just talk about that for a little second. When it comes to NXT, here's essentially the matches that I think has been announced for that live event. 1. Enzo and Cass goes one-on-one for Enzo and Cass takes on Blake and Murphy for the NXT Tag Team Championships. That seems like a good match. They had a decent match on NXT, but I think on the special event they could get more time to work on that. And Enzo and Cass could win the championships, though I have a very strange feeling that Carmella is going to screw them over and join forces with Blake and Murphy. That's what I'm thinking. That's essentially what they're building up to. But I'd love this for Enzo and Cass to win the championships because they're really entertaining. And I feel that they could be an interesting tag team to have. Because Blake and Murphy, they're good wrestlers, but they haven't really done anything to deserve the title. I mean, I thought the Vaudevillains at the time should have won the titles, but hey, that's what you get. So maybe Enzo and Cass can win them now. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Then we had a really good triple threat women's match at NXT for the #1 contendership for the NXT Women's Championship between Bayley, the former champion Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. Charlotte didn't win, which disappointed me, but at the same time I understood. I mean, she's had her opportunity at the NXT women's title. I feel it's time to move her up to the main roster because she is absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm not sure if it's her or Paige that I consider now the best female wrestlers in the company today. I need to see those two in a match together. Like, that would have been amazing. Like, Paige versus Charlotte in a match. Then I could finally figure out who is the best of them, and then I would also be treated for a really good women's match. As for the other two, Bayley, she has a huge fan base, and she has shown some good moments here and there, but she hasn't really impressed me all that much. Same thing with Becky Lynch. She's had some good moments here and there, but nothing that really impressed me all that much. But apparently, she won the Curtis Axel way, and what I mean by that is, if any of you remember, at Payback in 2013? Yeah, I think it was 13. There was a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Champion Wade Barrett defended his Intercontinental Championship against The Miz and Curtis Axel. At the end of the match, The Miz put Wade Barrett in the figure 4 leg lock, and Wade Barrett had no way to get to the ropes. But Curtis Axel rolled into the ring and covered Barrett while he was in the figure 4, so he couldn't get up. He was pinned, and he won the championship. And if you're asking why I don't have a problem with that, first of all, Curtis Axel was a heel at the time, and secondly, no, actually, Curtis Axel's always been a heel. And secondly, this is a pinfall match. It doesn't really matter all that much, because the face in the match was doing everything right, as he was trying to win legitimately by using the figure 4, but the heel snuck in and pinned him, and that was essentially how he won. Same thing here. Bailey and Charlotte were having a match. Charlotte put Bailey in the figure 4. Becky got in the ring, covered Bailey, and pinned her down for a 3 count, becoming the #1 contender. So essentially, we're getting Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship. That could be a good match. 2 former friends fighting it out for the NXT Women's title. I'm curious to see how that goes. Or, I can't really, but we'll see. What else was I going to Oh gosh. Damn, I'm tired. Is there anything else I can mention? There seems to be a setup for another match going in. We have Mr. Squash match, Baron Corbin, going one-on-one with the Man Beast, the Rhino. Now, Baron Corbin, I don't really care all that much for, mostly because he just does squash matches. I don't see much of him in terms of wrestling skill, and really I haven't seen much of him at any of his matches. Mostly the opponent does all the work. I mean, I remember a match between him and Adrian Neville, and really Baron Corbin did very little in that match, and Adrian just sort of won. Then he had a match with Bull Dempsey, which was Bull Dempsey doing all the work, and Baron Corbin just won because he had the end of days. Then we have Rhino. Rhino is awesome. He has a lot of steam behind him. He has some good matches under his belt, and he recently had a really good match with Sami Zayn. So I'm really hoping that they can put on a great match. So I'm hoping that he can help Baron Corbin do a good match so that people can take him seriously. Because really, I can't take him seriously. But maybe Rhino can teach him and can give him a good match. Up next. Then there was the #1 contender match between Tyler Breeze, Finn Balor, and Hideo Itami. That could be a great match, considering you have Hideo Itami and Finn Balor, who are both phenomenal wrestlers. Tyler Breeze has some good moments here and there, but I'm not too happy about it, mostly because of that puckered up face of his. Don't like it. As for who I'm hoping winning these matches, let's see. Enzo and Cass, I said I wanted them to win. I actually want Becky to win the match because I'm tired of seeing Sasha. I don't really like Sasha's gimmick all that much. She's a good wrestler, I guess, but I don't know. It seems like this could be an ample opportunity for her to win the title. Granted, what makes more sense would have been for Bayley to win the title because she's been bullied by them for so long. It's time for her to take back, but alright, I guess Becky can get her shot. But maybe they're planning on having Bayley win the title. Baron Corbin versus... Even though I know Baron Corbin should probably win the match to prove his skill, can't help but feel Rhino should just kill his ass. No, gore his ass. That's the more like it. That's for the triple threat match. I'm gonna wait a little bit on that because I want to talk about the main event. The main event that we're sure is gonna happen on that special event on TakeOver is Kevin Owens defending his NXT championship in a rematch with Sami Zayn. They're both phenomenal wrestlers. I haven't had the time to see their match. I was going to today. I was planning on seeing NXT Rival, but I got up to the women's match and the network crashed. But I got to see some good matches up until then, so I'm hoping that I get to see a great match between the two, because they have impressed me so far. Like, Kevin Owens had a really good match with Finn Balor, and some good matches with a really good match with AJ Neville, some good matches with Alex Riley. Overall, he's a really good wrestler. And Sami Zayn, he's had really good matches with people like Tyson Kidd, Titus O'Neil. Is phenomenal match, the best NXT matches I've ever seen with Adrian Neville. Like I said, a great match with Rhino. Both of these two are putting on fantastic matches, and I'm seriously hoping that we get a really good match out of this. As for who I'm hoping to win, I feel Sami Zayn has had his reign in the spotlight as NXT champion, and I feel it's time for him to move on. So I feel that Kevin Owens should win. And then, since Finn Balor's had his run at trying to beat Kevin Owens and failed, I feel the next guy to get a title shot should be Hideo Itami. After all, he's been building a lot of promise for everyone. He went to WrestleMania. Even though it was on the pre-show, he is an international star for most. He's a really good wrestler, and this could be and if they're actually going to go through with it and give him the championship, this could be an ample opportunity for him to use the GTS. Now I know what you're thinking. Can he do the GTS to someone like Kevin Owens? No, don't quote me on this, but I think I've actually seen a match when he was wrestling as Kenta where he actually did the GTS to Samoa Joe, who's far bigger than Kevin Owens. So yeah, I think he could do it. It would at least be a great sight to see. But then again, he has the shotgun kick if he can't do that. Or this could be just a moment for him to get a title shot, but Kevin Owens beats him. Who knows? Then again, maybe Sami Zayn could beat him, and then Hideo Itami. Either way, I feel maybe Hideo Itami should win this title opportunity. Or Finn Balor. I don't think Tyler Breeze needs this title victory. He's had his opportunity. Finn Balor's had his opportunity. I feel Hideo Itami has time for that. It's time for him to reach the top now. Yeah. Those are my thoughts. And by the way, speaking of Samoa Joe, I'm sure you have heard some rumors about Samoa Joe coming to NXT at some point. Can't say anything else, but I'm looking forward to it. If it's true, I'm hoping. I mean, I know he's been in talks with WWE, proving once again that Triple H runs a far better show than Vince McMahon, because he actually gives chances to a lot of wrestlers. A lot of those that Vince McMahon wouldn't even look twice at. So yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I see that I am almost going out of time, so I feel it's time to end it. I'm hoping this will be my last wrestling rant. So, I'll see you later. Take care.